What is going on, people, and welcome back to the channel. The eagle-eyed amongst you will see that I'm still in my van, even though that it is now sold, and that is because I'm recording this in the past. I'm working away, so I've recorded quite a lot of videos for the future, which is why you're seeing this now, and it looks like I've still got the van. But believe me, I don't. It's sold. I'm just taking a deposit on it today, and the buyer's coming to collect it tomorrow. But today we've got a fun video, actually. I was on the forums just browsing, and I noticed a very, very weird law that you didn't necessarily know that you were breaking a law when you were doing it, which prompted me to do a bit of research and make a video of 10 laws that you didn't know you were breaking when you were driving. Now, just a quick disclaimer for this. I know there's probably some people amongst you that know all 10 of these laws, and if there is, then congratulations, and let me know down below if you knew everything. And also let me know if there's some laws that I haven't mentioned that you might feel worthy to be a sequel to this video. But without further ado, let's get straight to it. Now, the first one, I think that this is quite common sense. I do believe this is taught on the highway code, but a lot of people did not know it was a law, and that is leaving your vehicle idling. I say this was taught on the highway code simply because when you come to a railway crossing and you're waiting, it is law to turn your vehicle off. So I would assume that would apply in most instances anyway. So if you leave your vehicle idling outside your house, at a railway crossing, various places, you can get in trouble. You're breaking a law. The second one on this list is a very interesting one, actually, because I reckon this law is broken thousands of times per day in every town, and that is using your phone to pay while you're at a drive-thru. So if you're at a drive-thru and you're stopping to pay for your food, if you're at McDonald's drive-thru, you're paying for your food and using your phone, that is classed as using your phone while driving. Now, you can do this legally, but you have to turn the vehicle off and remove your keys and then pay for your McDonald's, and then you can start the vehicle again and move off. But using it while your vehicle is started, in gear, foot on the brake, that sort of stuff, yeah, it's totally illegal. It makes sense. We know that using our phone while driving is illegal, but it's just something I guess people just pay lip service to in that instance. And for me, certainly, I've done it in the past and not thought I'm breaking the law. Might be a little bit trivial to most of you, but yeah, it probably wouldn't be as trivial if someone decided to, you know, issue points for it, which they would be well within their right to do. Next one is eating and drinking while driving. Now, of course, we all know it's illegal to drink and drive, but that term is often used in relation to alcohol. However, eating or drinking any form of beverage while you're driving is illegal. That's interesting to me. I do that all the time. All the time I do that. I'm always drinking on the go. I've always got a bottle of water with me when I'm doing long drives, and I'm always drinking it on the go to keep myself awake. But yeah, that is on this list, and a lot of people don't know they're breaking a law while drinking and eating while driving. Now, the next one, and this is probably the most hated one on this list for me anyway, and that is middle lane hogging. Loads of people do it, certainly in the Midlands. It seems every time I go through the M6 and I'm driving past that area, there's always someone just holding that middle lane, and that is definitely my most hated on this list, but it is absolutely illegal. I do remember some years ago that it got made legal to undertake someone who was middle lane hogging. You'll have to double check that law, because that was definitely hearsay when I heard that, but that, for a period of time, it was totally illegal to undertake. So if someone was in the outside lane, for example, you just simply couldn't go past them by the law, but apparently that has now been changed. So if you are a middle lane hogger and you sit on the middle lane on the motorway, it's not wholly your fault, because for some reason in the UK we don't do motorway driving on the driving test, which I believe is a massive flaw. But I didn't do it, and someone once told me how to use a motorway, and then I've just stuck to it ever since. So it's definitely not your fault for not doing it, but don't do it, because it's just frustrating. Not only is it frustrating for traffic, but it can often cause accidents. You know, if you're holding that middle lane and you have a short-tempered driver behind you that decides he wants to do a risky manoeuvre to get past you and teach you a lesson, then yes, it's not your fault the accident was caused, but your actions had an implication on that person being hot-headed, and it's totally his fault or her fault for making that accident. However, if you went in the middle lane initially, we would never have done that. So definitely don't middle lane hog. So the next one is quite pertinent to people or viewers of the channel, because a lot of you are here because of the campervan. And this next one is, it's illegal to sleep in your campervan whilst you're drunk, or any vehicle for that matter. So if you're camping away, even if you're on a field and you're camping away and you're drunk and you're sleeping in the van, then yeah, you're breaking a law, and you can get done for driving under the influence. Now, there is quite a lot of grey area in this law, but I'm sure if someone wanted to press hard enough with this, then it's written in the rules that you can't do it. Now, I have heard workarounds for this, and that is placing the key outside the vehicle, but realistically, who wants to do that? Or placing the key in a lock safe within the vehicle. And I know a lot of people with campervans do fit lock safes, and I'm wondering if it's for that reason. But yeah, for sure, sleeping in your vehicle whilst drunk, certainly in a campervan scenario, is illegal. So if you have made it this far in the video, then don't forget to subscribe. It helps me out massively. I'm on my way to 10,000 subscribers now, and hopefully when you're watching this, I've already hit it. But if I haven't, please do subscribe, turn that bell notification on, and like and share the video. And also do go back and check my other videos, because I do quite a lot of content just like this on the channel. But let's get straight in to number 6. Using a mobile phone as a sat-nav. Now, there is more to this law than meets the eye. So, you can use a mobile phone as a sat-nav. However, it needs to be fixed. So it needs to be on a mount on the dashboard or on the vent or on the windscreen. You cannot use it where it's free floating. So you can't have it between your legs or on your leg or, you know, holding it in your hand. That just consists of using your phone while driving. Regardless of what application you've got open at the time, it's illegal. I know that I'm quite guilty for that. Certainly if I'm like looking for something in an industrial estate, I'll always have like my phone with a sat nav when I get there, just in between my legs, and I'll just be looking for it. But yeah, I definitely am guilty for doing that on occasions. And although it doesn't seem as dangerous when I'm doing it, I'm sure there is implications as to why it has been made illegal. But yeah, don't do that. You're breaking the law. Number 7, this is quite an interesting one. Not really relevant to the southerners where I am at the moment, but maybe more up north this is more relevant, and that is not clearing snow correctly from the roof of your vehicle. And yes, this is illegal. So the reason why it's illegal is because if you don't clear the snow correctly from the roof of your vehicle and then you drive away and the snow then lifts off as a slab, it can become a hazard. Certainly for snow that has been sat there for quite a while, I'm sure a lot of Scandinavian countries can relate to this, is because it becomes quite hard, and a slab of snow can quite easily damage a vehicle and create another accident behind you. So not clearing the snow from the roof of your vehicle in the heavy snowfall times is illegal, and someone can stop you, pull you over for that, and issue you points and a penalty notice. Next one is interesting, and I don't quite know why this is a law, and I don't believe it should be, but that is beeping your horn whilst you're stationary. So a horn is used to let other drivers know of your presence, and apparently letting other drivers know of your presence while you're stationary is illegal. I can think of scenarios where it would be perfectly acceptable, but still doesn't change the law. It is illegal. For example, if you were sat in a stationary car and someone was about to reverse into you and you beep the horn, then I see that as a perfectly acceptable way of using your horn while stationary. But that being said, this is on the list of laws that people didn't know or people weren't aware of, and the sources where I've got these from definitely say that this is illegal. So yeah, beeping your horn whilst you're stationary, and that goes for beeping your horn in situations where you're not using it correctly. So beeping your horn to say hello to a friend at the side of the road, again illegal. It is just there for a safety thing and letting other drivers know of your presence. Number 9, and that is flashing people to inform people that there is a speed trap ahead. Now you can kind of understand why this is illegal, but at the same time it kind of all works to the greater good, in the sense that the speed trap is there to slow people down. The people flashing people are slowing people down. So it goes against that great argument that we've done in the past videos, and if you haven't watched the speed camera videos in the past, then do go watch them. But are the speed cameras there to create revenue, or are they there to make the road safer? And if they were there to make the road safer, I do believe that other drivers informing other drivers that there's a speed trap ahead is to the greater good, just as a yellow box is on the side of the road. Because you see a yellow box, you slow down, it's doing the same purpose. You're having a visual trigger that then makes you drive slower if you were speeding, which is exactly what that person flashing his lights is doing. So yes, this is illegal to do. Totally understand why it is illegal, because it is taking revenue, but at the same time it is also slowing people down. So should that be a law? Let me know your thoughts on that, because I do know the speed camera video caused a lot of controversy in the past, and if you're one of them people like these people that I'm putting up on the screen now that are super smart, and the only way to not get caught speeding is by not speeding, and it is simple as that, then great, and I bet you apply that same fashion as the only way to not have kids, because you guys sound boring. Now number 10, and this might apply to some T4 owners here. Driving too slow, it's illegal. So if you've got to transport a T4 and it unfortunately can't make so basically you can get done for driving too slow on the motorway. You can get done for driving too slow on any road, in fact. And if you're causing an obstruction to traffic from driving too slow, then yeah, you're breaking the law, it's illegal. So remember that when you're in your T4 that can't hit 50 miles an hour on the motorway. Yeah, don't do it. But anyway, Thank you for watching the video. That is number 10. If you do know any other laws that I can include in the next video, then drop them down below. I certainly found it interesting researching these, and there are plenty other more that I could put in another video, but I think a lot of them are pretty boring, just like the people commenting on the speed camera video. But if you do know any, let me know and I'll make it into a sequel. And again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.